Good morning, guys. The critic is in there. Sometimes I don't even know where he is. They're in a country with so much of freaks and frauds. Yes, and I try to figure out what's going on in this country, if it's a real place. I check back, read the Bible, so I wake up in the morning, you read the Bible, you pray. You know, everybody pray for something. I swear God is a real place, it's for truth. Send a signer, send a signer. Oh God, you're living in a world where good people dying. Oh rasses, what's this? Oh man, what's the last time I see a donkey cat? I just banned with this donkey. Nice. Your whole life. You drive donkey. Well, I know if you're driving the donkey driving you, but you know, they're doing something. There's a next thing. There's that thing there we got for make sure we update the HASCART operation. Could be unsafe at times for people. So I feel good this morning. We getting things done, we going places. I want to know, what do you think about the president's performance? I can't tell you about the president's performance. I sometimes could be a little biased because of the fact that, you know, myself and the now president had to fight for get out the last administration. So I can't just watch. I have biases. The man just come in and all them thing they answer, but yeah, I gotta tell me what's going on with these banners. Because no matter what is going on, we gotta hold them up. This Moripo market we just passed it. And when Moripo market with the sign that just opposite the Sunny and Sweetie, by the way, you could come and get all what you want. Crocketing. So then they got wild meat, they got mutton, they got all kind of thing, man. You name it, all kind of curry. So this is Agriculture Road, and they got a beautiful Republic Bank up here. And here is not always so busy, so you could come up here if you got a little time. It only takes about 15 minutes from Georgetown to about this area. So if you got a little time, you fly up here and come to the Republic Bank up here. So I'm telling you, what do you guys think? I'm asking. Plus you are a paid agent. Ravi Singh said I'm a paid agent. Well, I start getting paid yet. When I start getting paid, I'm gonna tell you. Because remember, I getting the money. How you feel about me getting the money is that it make no sense. Yes, sir. So when I start getting the money from the government, believe it or leave it, I can tell you. I can let you know. You can see. Because I got nice support. People lying out. Left them out. If I get something, you get something. All we get something. I ain't gonna get a piece of land and buy Range Rover and all them things that is for me alone and drinking that kind of fancy rum me alone. Nah, I got nice up everybody. So I ain't a paid agent yet, but I ain't returning no money. So Ravi, don't worry, but I well taken care of by me followers and supporters. That is why I'm so driven to show you Guyana and showcase Guyana and all them things there. So y'all tell me, you could tell me in the comments, or you could call on 622-7740 and give me your take on how you feel the president has been performing. President Irfan Ali, how has he been performing so far? I've been following the First Lady to some extent, right? And I can tell you, that for a young woman who's just lost a child and hit the ground running, just out of the election and all them thing now. We should pass through, right? Ryan said, "Good morning, Critic. I must say at first, I thought you were just a madman." Well, you know, when I hear here, brother, Ryan, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Because, yeah, brother.
Hey, good morning. Tomorrow is good for you?
Yes. No matter what the buy is, because again, Paul was complaining about it going off and on. It goes off and on sometimes, just so. I said, must see something inside.
No, that's what they say, so you get their reading.
Oh, okay, Roger, brother. Thanks. Safe.
Alright, so expect me tomorrow, right?
Roger that, brother. Safe. Thanks. No problem. People always there, you know, study. Safe. Yeah. So Ryan, here I tell you, when I have watched all about 6 of my own videos, the live videos that I've done, or I've done thousands of videos, by the way. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I do the least 2 videos a day. I got more than that. A lot of days we got far more than 2 videos. You got a lot of accidents and all these kind of things. I've done as much as 10 live videos in one day. I've done videos in Berbice, Essequibo, and Linden in the same day. And live videos, you gotta be there, right? So you don't want to know the going around, how I move around and all these kind of things. I've been known to drive, ride, and fly in the same day. So when you say, man, first you see me, I was a madman. When I watch some of me videos, I sit down, I say, "Buy your head good." You know, I just go and get now everybody's saying, "Critic, you're blowing hard when you're climbing and this and that." You know, go and get a physical. The only thing I just go and get, I want to get, is a mental. Physically, you can't compete with me. I just, you know, I drive 9 hours sometimes to get to let him. Sometimes we riding and driving and turn over and we gone again. Physically, yes. Understand? But mentally, I always ask myself, you serious? You for real? You know? Where this energy coming from? What's your program? What you going here for? What you set up for? Right? I just constantly be questioning myself. And when you have a man and have, here was save me, right? I just got some serious conversations with myself. But here was save me. Because people know I just there in this vehicle doing a live. And you see I talking to the camera and all them things. The days when I there by myself talking, they think I was doing a live. They realize the boy gone off. Serious conversation, like if I was having an interview with the president, what I would say, what I would do, this and kind of thing. So people pass and see me gesticulating and my hand and my talking in the vehicle. And they would calculate, hey, I could take that on a live. This time you know, that's one of the mad moments. No joke. I kid you not. I tell you, I wouldn't lie about anything. And this half of the gist of not having to remember things. If you don't lie, you don't have to remember. You just say what, you know, is out there. Like, you know, speaking aloud. Like here, sometimes you hear somebody talking when you go to see is who they talking to themselves. Right? So the beard make her look older? Alright. Maybe I want to look older. Yeah. So sometimes you hear somebody in a room talking, you say, let me go see who he talking to. You go to talking to themselves. But it's like thinking aloud, you know? So I have those moments where I have conversations with myself and say, well, as I said, what makes me get off? And then now we got people in suspense. When I live, they say, he tripping. When I ain't live, they say he live. And that's the reason why you just tell them what you gotta tell them. Tell them the truth. Right? Tell the people the truth. Like I said, girl yesterday, mad in conversation, bare gesticulation, nearly lash off, she wig and act anything. This time she got an earpiece in she ears, me and see the earpiece, the wig cover up the earpiece. She got an earpiece in she ears and she gone off. And she trying to explain to somebody through the phone with gesticulation. You understand? all hand movements and everything else. Obviously, the person didn't get the message, because if you got a lot of hand movements when you're talking on the phone, you are of the assumption that you're doing enough to transfer the message. So you're putting in so much words because the hand gesticulation is supposed to tell you, go so, and this and that. Why don't go so? Right? And the person is seeing the part. Right? So the people never get the right message. Just so you know, right? But if some feel that I something wrong with me, I accept something wrong with me. You understand? I accept something is wrong with me, obviously. What I know, I'm not so fudged up, screwed up, and something is wrong with me as it's wrong with Harmon, Granger, Lampy Pampy, the Invisible Man, Longhead. I ain't so wrong. You understand? Yeah. Good. So something wrong with me, I accept. But how wrong? Not as wrong as the former president, the president before he. Right? We started with Donald Ramatar, David Granger, Joseph Harmon, Lampy Pampy, the Invisible Man, Longhead. No. Things ain't so wrong with me. Something wrong, but not so wrong. Right? Alright. So all of we got a little bit wrong. This is what these people doing for this room. Like I seen things I what? Now I ain't only hearing things, I seeing things. This brain really going. Yeah. So just so you know, I accepting I got issues, right? But not as bad. Like when I yesterday talked to the man, and the man said, you see Granger collect money? I say yes. And remember Granger was the president, he had to handle the money. So the 25,000 what Granger get, he was so excited because he didn't hold money in a long time. He didn't actually have to hold money. Remember, everything is paid for and taken care of. Does the man nearly tear the money? Granger act like when poor people get money, they try to count it as much times as possible to see if they get more. you never get them experience that? When you're there bad, you try to count money over and over to try to see if you could get it. End up finding one more 5,000. 5 between 5 and hoping to get 6. You understand? 5 is 25. You gotta get Nagamutu for doing maths for you. Because Nagamutu would afford you the opportunity, and the idea says that to post up nice. He's reading a book, he was reading something about Obama. Nagamutu in a hammock reading a book. You understand? And what a wonderful web we weave. That after you screw up a whole country, you just end up in a hammock reading a book and drawing pension at the expense of the same people that you fought of their life. I got to someday I will come out for this shit, you know, because this shit is stressing me out. I worried and I getting emotional and worked up for people. You understand? I think I need to become a politician. Where I could screw up a whole country and then just lie down in a hammock and read a book about Obama. How wonderful is that? Yeah? And, by the way, I'm being paid at the expense or the behest of the same people who I screwed up their lives for 5 months. You know, it can't get better than that. Politics is the way to go. You understand? Politics is the way to go. So you guys, I think all of you should become politicians and depend on the 65 politician to be the regular citizens and see if they could run the country. If they could support all this, because they got a lot of money. You understand? They got a lot of money. Right? So let me look at that. Yeah, when I see Granger counting the money, I want to know why this man counting this money like he never see money before. Right? But the 25,000 was the most money Granger had in his hand for 5 years, because as a president, he didn't have to have, you know, as a president and former president, you don't access money, you don't have to walk with a wallet, you don't have to buy anything. There's somebody who's there that buys the things for you. So he was highly excited. I don't know how he can give gone by earfan with artillery or with artillery, them thing, but I like tie around the neck. Yeah, sir. The first days when them thing choke them and suffocate them, they just stop weird stupid thing. Everybody go in here, they get them artillery and artillery, one set of flower for go around the neck. I ain't know how nobody start protest against the yet and say you're damaging the flowers for politicians. You got the vegetarians protesting against the meat. You got the meat people protesting against the vegetables. I ain't know how nobody protesting against the flowers. Just so they can start protest against the flowers. How they take all them flowers and put it around the president's neck? You know? When you ain't got nothing to do. Brian Nagamutu, stop worrying about which man. Which man? Me don't worry about nobody, brother. You like you're fresh around, you worry about anybody. You ever see when dog the space from post? Y'all ever see? Yeah. When you want to know if I is worried about people, just think about the people as poses and I as a dog. Me? Not at all. I don't even worry about me, this was worrying. You wake up one morning, me whole life up to 35, I had bald head. I cut off all me hair. Next thing, 35, I start grow hair. I end up with long hair. Next thing, 41, I end up with beard. You understand? Well, when you living in a society that you got presidents, 2 past presidents that have the brain capacity of a Neanderthal. Yes, it's high time for start playing crazy. It's high time for but UK. Yes, you got people that reach the pinnacle of a society in terms of attaining a presidency, operating with half of a brain. I don't even know if, you know, some of them had a brain. I said these man has got a tinning cup on the shoulder. You understand? These man is operating with half of a brain. It's which side of your body they walking by. You know? Which side? You know, the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, and the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body. So with half of a brain, I want to know if they had the left side or the right side, and which part of the body motor skills it was controlling. You understand? If it's only talking shit. Because nothing it makes sense. What these banners do? Nothing. It make no sense. Like for serious? 8 years we had disaster in this country. 8 years. Right? So I'm hoping for better days to come. And y'all ain't telling me, call me and tell me what's going on. What is going on with the president's performance? What do you think about the president's performance? That's all I want to know. What do you think about the president's performance? How has he been performing so far? Are you satisfied? I see a proactive approach. The president is on the ground, meeting people, talking to people, a hands-on approach. Right? I see that. Now again, because of the working relationship myself and the president would have had before the elections, you understand? We rubbing shoulders, we warring for get rid of a common cause, or for a common cause, to get rid of a common, like it was a cold. The like was a cold, it was like mucus. You gotta haul it out and spit it out. You understand? To get rid of this thing, I might have biased because I stood there. I saw a man working hard, diligently. I know what he went through. I know how he was attacked and all these things. I and all attack you, right? With the degree thing, right? So I know all of these things. So, you see, one has to be factual and one has to be honest with oneself. You can't go by a man, he invites you to his house. And this is when you see the brutality in people, you see the animal in people. When a man invites you to his house, respects you, shows you appreciation, and then you go behind his back and talking him, you know those kind of people is not nice people. They're beyond decent. You see, the lowest thing you could be, you know, you don't have to be You don't have to be all up there and eloquent, and you don't have to be all this thing. You don't have no etiquette and all these things. But the basic thing that is expected from a human being is decency. Basic decency is expected. Right? So, if you sit down and talk to them, it's my job, by the way, in being professional, it is my job to hold the government and the president accountable. Right? Now, me doing my job, hey, I am asking you, are you satisfied with the president's performance? When I go sit down and do an interview with the president, it ain't no friend. It's straight questions. Because what else is his purpose? You understand? It's like your father. You love your father. You love your mother. That doesn't give your father and mother the right to molest you. Don't get carried away with accepting that you have a bias because it's your father and mother. And wrong and right. It's simple. Not because it's your father and mother, they should treat you a certain way. No, it doesn't work that way. I am saying, when I'm asked, that's why I asked you the question. Me come up and say, the president this, me see this problem, me see that problem. Me ask you the question, what do you think about the president? And I accept that I come with bias. You understand? Because the two causes for the bias. I know President Irfanali, I know him before he was president. We were together. And then I know the opposition. I know the disaster they were for this country. You understand? I feel nice at the chief. And under when Granger came into power, I worked